Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you come across this video, thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. Everyone who's booking, making purchases off the website, pledges to the Patreon, sending things to the P.O. Box, purchases off the wish list, and tipping the Clarista. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys so much. Listen, so this is going to be our 6-card spread. I know it's a little late in the week, but it is what it is. All right, what's the collective energy, please? What is the collective energy whenever they come across this video? Ooh, okay, we have the birds. Interesting. Sometimes life brings questions. Questions about love, questions about career, questions about your life journey, and sometimes we just need a little clarity. And that is where my new sponsor, Psychic Source, comes in. Psychic Source has been around for over 35 years, connecting people like you with trusted, compassionate advisors to bring through insights and guidance that they need at this time. One of the things that I loved or that stood out to me with Psychic Source was that not only do they care about their customers, but they also care about their employees as well as the world. They donate 1% of all proceeds to a good cause through their kindness initiative. I had a chance to experience the whole experience and talk to a psychic advisor, and I left feeling far more confident than I did like walking into it. She was able to pull on a recent dream that I had, and the craziness of it, and help me find clarity through that. She recognized that I was going through a purge and that I was going through a kind of like a rebranding, if you will. She was also able to give me like kind of a little bit of clarity on a direction that I'm headed in, and she even was able to like give like dates type energy, as well as like a couple names she pulled out. So it was very good. Like I said, I left feeling a lot more confident than I did going in, just about the direction that I'm headed in. And I didn't ask her any questions. This was all just, I just asked her, what do you got? And she just came, pulled all this stuff, and it was very good. It was very good. So with all that being said, I'm excited to share that Psychic Source is offering an incredible deal for my viewers, you guys. Okay, new customers can get up to 40 minutes with one of their advisors for just $19.80. That's a value up to $240, okay? You can get the deal through the link in the description box below using the keyword Corie, C-O-R-I-E, or you can go to trypsychicsource.com/Corie. There's never been a better time to experience true connection. Okay, so sometimes this talks about karmic behavior, but this is also too, if you've ever seen the birds, right? I don't remember exactly the whole movie, but there was this energy of like, remember when she came in town? That's when the crows, and people were blaming her for the crows doing whatever they were doing, right? There is this energy, I'm kind of picking up on that, right? So there could be some stuff going on around you, right? And people could be viewing you in that energy of tippy there. You know what I mean? Where, people were looking at her in this kind of weird way, right? That type of energy here. Also, too, something about her connection with that man, soulmate energy here. Something about that as well. Again, I don't remember exactly. I remember like the beginning of the movie, and like, kind of some of the middle pieces, but I don't remember the whole thing. But yeah, there's something. But I do there that energy, that significance is, again, it's like people blaming her for the crows acting that way. Okay. What's leaving for the collective, please? Okay. We have the Beatles here, which can be seen, I oftentimes see this as like the Magician card, okay? There could be somebody who's like leaving the United Kingdom. I don't know where you're going, but you could be leaving the United Kingdom. Or there could be an energy where I could be talking to somebody in the United Kingdom, and there's something about like maybe something major leaving the United Kingdom here. Okay? I don't know that it's necessarily permanent. Okay. What's coming towards the collective? Good boy, Maui. Interesting. The American History X kind of crossed over this. Is this part of the what's leaving or what's coming toward? Okay, so this is part of what's leaving, this American History X. So yeah, this could be like an X that's leaving. This particular X could be angry. This, when we say leaving this, I feel like there's somebody that could be leaving a situation, whether it's leaving you, leaving someone else. I don't know. There's something that's over here. Okay. All right. So tell me what's coming for the collective here. What's coming for the collective? So we got Lauryn Hill, Soul Meaningful, Zion. Again with the X Factor, Refugee. This actually could be another feminine energy. That maybe, or a feminine energy that could be coming towards someone here. We'll get more information on that, but for some reason there's something about this person being miseducated about something. Okay? Okay, something to look forward to for the collective. Something to look forward to. Interesting, we have bad boys here. Besties, protect and serve, detective. This is also something about ancestors, passed over loved ones, like your divine protection here. I'm talking to somebody in particular that may be in a situation. There is something where, I don't know, you may be, this is very sensitive, it feels very specific, but you may be in a situation where you kind of feel stuck. Like you don't know how you're going to get out, or you don't know, you know what I mean? And it feels like it's a matter of like literal safety. And I'm sending you so much love, but something to look forward to is there is something that's going to happen that is going to allow you to escape from this situation. Okay, again, this is very specific. I'm not sure who, who that's for, but okay, what's healing here for the collective? What's healing? Okay, we have coming to America, and we have this Beyonce energy. So this feels like bloodline things that are healing for sure. Okay. Um, this is also like, definitely like royalty or like fame type energy. Okay, so there's something about that as well. Yeah, because the crown is here. Interesting. Okay. And what's imperative for the collective to know? What's imperative for the collective to know? The Breakfast Club, yeah, they're all watching. They're all watching. That's what's imperative. That's what I'm saying is like something's been going on, right? And people may be looking at you as this, as the problem or as the reason why, right? Um, so there's definitely a situation where I feel like people are keeping a close eye on you or they're watching here. There's also maybe some energies about people being in some sort of like spiritual detention or something like that. Um, but with this something to look forward to with this bad boys, it seems like some sort of justice here. You know what I mean? Of like if people are blaming you for something, there is some sort of justice here. Or if people are looking at you in some type of way, like that you are to blame, or, I don't know, something here, but there is some sort of justice here. Okay. All right. Tell me about this collective energy, the birds, please. Tell me about the collective energy. What's the collective energy with the birds? But we have journey here, so some of you just might be like flying, right? Um, there may be some sort of trip or traveling that you're going on here. Okay, yeah, with the migrate. Some of you may be moving. Yeah, something about going south. Interesting. Okay. What's leaving? With the Beatles and the American History X. What's leaving? False person. Amen. A thief. Amen. Okay. Yeah, somebody may be going to prison. Okay. Doesn't have to be, but they're leaving regardless. They may be moving here. Okay. Or you're moving away from this, or yeah, there's been something that's been closely watched here, okay? And there's a false person that's been identified, all right? And this person may be, I don't know, they may be just leaving your energy, or they may be leaving, okay? Okay. What's coming for the collective of this Lord Hill energy? Adjudication. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, there's some sort of adjudication over, like, again, there was maybe some people, or, something like that. They were miseducated, okay? When it comes to you, I don't know. You know what I mean? Again, it's like with the bird energy, everyone looking at her like it was her fault. I don't really feel like that was the case. Again, I don't remember the ending of the movie, but regardless of the movie, there is some sort of adjudication, or some sort of, there was, a person or a group of people that were misled about you here. Okay, something to look forward to with the bad boys energy. Yeah, this could be like, again, with this miseducated, it could be associated with, like, maybe your occupation or a path, or maybe even like your belief systems. You know what I mean? But there's this energy where I feel like, yeah, we have, again, with community and main female here. Tell me about this, what's healing with the Coming to America and Beyonce. Okay, yeah, we have toil and labor here. I think that's been something that's been healing with the gift. Poverty, distant horizon. Something that's healing when it comes to, I don't know, there's something, probably when it comes to, like, mindset. Um, it's almost like a direction that things are headed, or also to something when it comes to, there's something about healing, like projecting energy into the future, for sure, like trying to see, you know what I mean? There's definitely something about healing when it comes to a lack mindset, okay? And, there's like this energy of, feeling like you have to work really hard in order to achieve anything, right? In order to be recognized or to be seen, or something like that here. Or there's something to do with, like, a gift here. You may be very gifted, okay? We're all born with God-given gifts, but some of us are born with gifts that make us stand out in ways that make others uncomfortable sometimes, okay? And there is something about the way that you view yourself when in terms of this gift, it's, kind of separating you from the crowd in a way, but in a good way, right? There's something about not necessarily wanting to be seen, not really wanting to stand out, really wanting to fit in. And I have a feeling that whoever this is for, that's probably not your role in this lifetime. Okay, but there's purpose to this, right? There's purpose to you overcoming this. So this is definitely what's healing here. Okay. Now, what's imperative for the collective to know with this Breakfast Club? What's imperative for the collective to know with the Breakfast Club? We have high honor with great fortune. Yeah, and yes, this community is watching you. So it's imperative for you to know that you are held in high honor, and that you are moving towards great fortune. Okay, but yes, it's also imperative for you to know that there is definitely a community that's watching you closely. All right, here we go. We go one more pass here. All right, tell me about the birds with the journey. Okay, so we have Queen of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles. This is your current energy. Okay, masculine or feminine energy. It's yeah, but we have the Two of Swords with the Hangman. There's something that you are making a decision on. Something that you need to see. With the Hangman being here, it's like you don't quite see it clearly just yet. So maybe spend a little bit of time in meditation. But the Queen of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles, this is being very confident, very sure about, you know, who you are, what you've invested in. And also too, you know, your harvest, there's something about that, right? um you know, planting seeds is oftentimes, my dad used to tell me this all the time, you know, buying a bag of seeds is just as much of a gamble as going to the casino. You know what I mean? When you buy a bag of seed, it's simply it's a gamble. It's the same. And so there's something about being very confident um, in the seeds that you've planted here. Okay. Okay. What's leaving? Yeah, we have the Ace of Wands. Someone is going to have to heal. Okay, someone is going to be forced into some sort of like hermit energy or healing something or other. Okay. Um, yeah. Okay, so tell me about this. What's leaving with the false person, the thief? There could have been an opportunity also that was very burdensome. Okay, with the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands coming out here, the Strength, the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Cups here. There could have been some sort of like tempting something or other. This is what's leaving, right? Or something that would, again, it caused a lot of burdens. Um, you know, this is also, we have a Knight of Wands with the Knight of Cups here. This could also be two different energies coming towards you here, whether it be romantic or not. This is definitely you having strength over these energies, even if they are energies within yourself, right? Um, okay. Tell me about the, oh, okay. Yes, okay, we're back on. Okay, so what's what's coming. Tell me what's coming. Tell me more about this. Lauren Hill with the adjudication. Yeah, something's being put to rest here. It's this fight. There's some sort of fight here, okay, that's being put to rest. Yeah, an energy where it's like either you were fighting with like a past version of yourself, or, you know, people from the past, or, you know what I mean? But it's like, yeah, there's an energy of this kind of like fighting for life, or fighting for, you know, it's that type of energy of like you have to work really hard, or you have to there's like this energy of feeling like you're always having to protect whatever it is, right? Like not feeling safe to feel vulnerable, or not feeling safe, or feeling like, you know, you have to keep everything very close and very small, or whatever, because it's almost like not allowing others in, because there was, you know, somebody in the past that made you feel unsafe to be vulnerable, okay? They also made you feel unsafe to kind of open yourself to anyone else, right? It's like, oh man, this person really kind of, like you let this person in, you open up to them, all these things, and then they weaponize that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so that created some sort of, like, wounding, but you're having like adjudication over this, okay? Like this energy is being put to rest. All right, so tell me about this, something to look forward to with this bad boys concern pathway. And this is Two of Swords. There's something that you don't see here, but you're going to. Yeah, we have the Ace of Cups, the Empress. It started out with the Moon, the Ten of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Two of Swords. So there's like this indecisive energy, or, you know, uncertainty, right? Some sort of concern. But again, there's this, it's like that energy of not being miseducated, right? Somebody being miseducated. But I feel as though they're getting educated on something here, okay? And there is some sort of new beginning when it comes to that. Yeah, somebody is choosing to walk away, maybe from something, because they are... This would be like if somebody was collaborating with someone because they were just miseducated, right? Somebody not understanding, right? So then they just started working with somebody, attacking you, or something like that, right? It's like there's somebody that's getting educated and they're walking away from this person here. Yeah, we have the Three of Swords with the Emperor here. There's an Emperor energy, okay, that's been trying to bring some sort of tower down. But I can't help but feel like this Emperor is the false person. masculine or feminine energy. Okay. All right. Tell me more about this. What's healing for the collective? Yeah, we have the Six of Pentacles, which is exactly, that's like, you know, kind of this equal give and take. The King of Swords, your logical mind. Logical mind when it comes to finances, right? Page of Wands is kind of, impulsive, kind of nosy, but also can be good news. We do have a Page of Pentacles as well. We have the Eight of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups. You're also, if you're in some sort of spotlight, you're also healing from, like, you're healing whatever it is. Again, it was like going to that energy of being seen here. That's healing also. But there's also something too when it comes to like maybe what you do for work or an occupation or the path that you're on or something. I've been picking up on this energy where this may be shifting, whether it be slightly or in a ginormous way. Because it's almost like maybe what you've been in has been just to bring you through certain parts of your healing journey. You know what I mean? Did somebody want you to not feel included in something? They wanted you to feel like left out or something like that? I kind of feel like that too. I don't think you give a fuck, okay? But I do feel like there was someone or something that wanted you to feel like left out or not included or, yeah, and I don't think you care, okay? I don't. But that is, that, you know, confirmation for somebody that, yes, that's what they're doing. They want you to feel like you're missing out on something, or, right, like something like that here, okay? Tell me about this. What's imperative for the collective to know here? Yeah, somebody may be taking shots at the way you live, maybe even your gifts or your career, your opportunity, but it's imperative for you to know that these people who were doing that, okay, or in some sort of betrayal, the Breakfast Club, they're all in detention, right? And then we have the Eight of Swords here. Exactly. These people are locked up, they won't let me out. Okay, I don't know, something about Akon. Yeah, we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Temperance and the Hierophant here, okay? So I feel like this is an energy that's kind of happening collectively, right? Where there's like this, the wheel is spinning, right? And there's something about, you know, the divine here. We have the Temperance here, which is this earth angel energy, right? There is something about, you know, tradition and non-traditional things. There is something about how, you know, when it comes to being miseducated or looking at non-traditional things in a certain light, this is like, it's like, why do we feel that way, right? Why were we made to believe that? Or why, you know, it's like that type of thing. It's like, I feel like people are starting to question some sort of false narrative here, okay? And yeah, and so this false person or this false narrative has to leave, whether this is something in your direct environment or this is just like, you know, collectively happening. I'm not exactly sure, but for all of you, it's going to be different. But either way, you're healing from some very specific things. And I feel like, you you know, the reality of this, all of this is it's people who are miseducated, but I don't know, I feel like they're beginning to see the truth, or they're, it could be that maybe they're just beginning to decide to form their own opinion. You know what I mean? Something. So, anyways, guys, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful, and I love you, I love you, I love you. If you need anything from me, that's in the description box below.